22 and 15 for Okongwu. Curry again.
Steph another three. 11. The NBA record's 14, by the way, and it is Klay Thompson's birthday.
Here's Trace Jackson-Davis coming in too.
Steph Curry spent the formative years of his basketball career dealing with naysayers, criticizing him over his unappealing aura on the court. As a skinny kid, the NBA scouts labeled Curry as a prospect with far below NBA standard in regard to explosiveness and athleticism. They even pointed out in the report to not rely on him to run your team. Curry is now in his 15th season in the league. As far as achievements go, Chef Curry has achieved way more than what people expected from him since day one. Unlike some of his contemporaries in the NBA, Curry established quite a reputation for focusing on his work and less on the drama. However, that doesn't mean that the two-time league MVP doesn't hear the negative things people say about him.
I heard a lot of noise and I heard a lot of talk about who I wasn't and we were going to get exposed and I was going to get exposed and all that type of stuff. I definitely took pride in, shutting that up. But it's also the realization that when you're in the fight and every year you're, in that chase to the mountaintop and trying to, win championships, I might get it more than other people just because I wasn't supposed to be here.
Steph Curry is an all-star starter. This is a statement that anyone in the league would quickly get behind considering his skill set and performances this year. However, this year's All-Star selection didn't feature him as a starter, and this is the first time in half a decade that a healthy Curry has missed the starting lineup. The snub raised many eyebrows around the NBA, from fans to analysts, media, and his own teammates. Although there was no doubt that he would be a part of the All-Star weekend, Curry was not a part of the core roster. Green shared his 2 cents on the matter on his podcast, The Draymond Green Show. He also threw Giannis' brother Thanasis Antetokounmpo under the bus.
Love Thanasis, but 3 people voted for Thanasis to be a starter in him. And so I don't know what the right answer is. I honestly don't. You're trying these different things, but Steph Curry is an all-star starter.
Green also added the fact that the vote was split between the media and the players, along with the fans. This brings into question who voted for whom. He further added some thoughts about the starting 5.
Not saying Luka should be removed. I'm not saying Shea should be removed. But Steph Curry is an all-star starter.
This is perhaps what many in the league are thinking as well, considering Curry's slew of performances this season, minus the single-digit scoring games. But we won't get into that. Even Andre Iguodala, who played for one of the greatest shooters in the NBA, gave his honest choice when it came to the last-second shot. The 4-time champion said that he would go with Kyrie Irving when it comes to tie games or playoffs. Iguodala did not simply give his answer and leave it there. He went ahead and explained his reasons as well. But he might have to rethink this decision.
Tie game, playoffs. Who are you most scared of?
Kyrie Irving is not even close.
Whoa. So wait, you're going with Kyrie now over everybody we've talked about.
For the last second shot, I'm going with Kyrie. You talking about fear factor at any given moment or for like that moment, Kyrie. Because with Steph, I think he's proven to teams that you can double him. And if you could just try to get the ball out of his hands, then I guess that's the way to combat him. But with Kyrie, he's just so good. Like he's able to, you can't get the ball out of his hands. Allen Iverson said Kyrie was the best ball handler in NBA history. And I've been told that I was crazy for saying that. But Kyrie, you talk about fear factor, you ask anybody in the league, that's a scary guy to see.
But unfortunately, the statistics suggest otherwise. The true shooting percentage, or TS percentage, is a metric intended to provide a more accurate analysis of a player's shooting efficiency than just field goal percentage, free throw percentage, or three-point percentage. And Stephen Curry still holds the top place with a consistent record of 60% or above throughout his career. The above post, though, goes the extra mile and provides the stats of the highest clutch TS percentage of players with rings in the last 10 years. Among the players who have a minimum of 20 clutch points, Curry ranks at the top, with the highest percentage in the 3 years he's been an NBA champion. Irving, though, takes the last position with 61% during the 2016 title run with the Cavaliers. In fact, that year must have been what prompted Andre Iguodala to go with Uncle Drew. In his 15th season, he still delivers moments of sublime brilliance, like his game-clinching shot in overtime against the Boston Celtics in December, or the 60 points he scored in an overtime loss to the Atlanta Hawks in February. Curry's not playing quite as well this season as he did at his peak, but he's not far off. The 4-time champion and 2-time MVP is putting up offensive stats that are remarkably similar to his career averages, and close to his numbers during the championship years. Gilbert Arenas and Shannon Sharpe recently got together for a discussion on Kevin Durant. Sharpe gave Gil the task of ranking KD on the top 10 list, and Gil said, without any hesitation, that he would put him as the second best small forward ever. The first position would probably go to Larry Bird. Having heard enough to convince him, almost, Unc brought his next challenge, and that's where he would place him with respect to Stephen Curry on the all-time list. This time, too, Gilbert said that the 12-time All-Star was very well above Curry.
Does KD need to win a title outside of Golden State to crack the top 10? You got him in the top 10 now?
But I mean, by the time he's done, is Larry Bird in the top 10?
Yeah, hell yeah.
And he better than Larry Bird. Trae Young is surpassed because he had the ankle injury, so he don't have the stats that Kevin Durant had at that same age. So two of Steph Curry's championship came because of Kevin Durant too. So
and two of them came without him.
Yeah. So
KD don't got any without him. He got two without KD, and he has two MVPs. One of them are unanimous. KD was on a team that was up 3-1, and Curry came back. Curry has 4 titles, and 2 of them are without him, and he out MVP'd him. So I'm just trying to figure the argument. Even if you say, well, he's a better player, what's your argument? He can do things that Curry can't?
Mm-hmm. Everything.
Except win titles without Curry.
Even though Curry is as great as he is, you're going to go with the guy who can play multiple positions, so you're going to go with KD. What KD does can't be replaced, right? He is a dominant force. He is that dude.
He adds that the players and the ex-NBA players would no doubt agree with him, while the former tight end and several fans might not be a big fan of Gilbert's choice. There was a certain ESPN analyst who put forth the same arguments in early 2022. In May 2022, when a bunch of analysts got together for the NBA Countdown show, they ended up discussing the all-time list. And who else to feature in that but Curry and Durant. KD had left Brooklyn by then. Stephen A. was a part of the crew, and he had a definitive answer to the question.
And when he was on Golden State with Steph Curry, even though it was Steph Curry's team, everybody and their mother knew Kevin Durant was a better player than Steph Curry.
But Smith also mentioned that when you look at the resume, the answer is obviously Curry. But as a player, it is going to be the Slim Reaper. Curry continues to defy our understanding of what is possible as he approaches his 36th birthday. He's now among the oldest players in the NBA, with the average player about a decade his junior. And as the Warriors try to rekindle some of their past dynastic glory after this season's rough start, Curry often seems the only player poised to make another championship run. Many feel like the Golden State Warriors dynasty came to an end after they took some pretty horrible losses this season, losing to the Celtics the last game. And that was just ridiculous. While some have blamed Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, or Draymond Green, an equal number of people have also been furious at head coach Steve Kerr as well. As the Warriors are going down the table day by day, analysts and veterans continue to call out the team. This season has proof that the Warriors are a shadow of what they once used to be. One constant amid the crumbling pieces of a once mighty dynasty is its centerpiece, Stephen Curry. While the Dubs continue to struggle, Curry remains their only hope for a decent finish to the season and the playoffs. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing NBA content.